Hello, everybody. This is Anthony from Heal, Lead, and Teach, and I wanted to share some things with you today. And I'm calling the name of this podcast episode um, Living in the Moment. Living in the Moment with Anthony. So, what I'm actually doing today is talking a little bit about a book I started reading. And this book is about a topic that I have talked about on here many times. Um, it's about depression and its brother or sister, whatever you want to call it, anxiety. And I think that's where a lot of depression actually stems from. Um, because to me, they're both sort of mixed, and one is kind of tied to the other. But so what I'm reading right now is this book from Martha Beck, and it's beyond anxiety, curiosity, creativity, and finding your life's purpose. You know, I really thought I knew my life's purpose until I started reading this, and then it's just making me look at things a little differently and question things, and it's in a good way. And I think I wish this book was around like 30 years ago. But as I know, Martha has been going through her own things and has had the experience to write this book from all of her last decades of life. And I am just really grateful for that because what I realize from as I'm reading this book is that every part of it brings me back to now. There's nothing I can read in here that doesn't bring me back to the moment because it's all about this living in the right brain. But we're taught on in society that everything is about achieving and documenting and making and creating money and doing all of these things, which we all have to do to survive. It's just one of the parts of life, right? But one of the things I think that's great about it is that it's making me re-examine some things that I thought I already knew. And I do, but in a new way, because it's making me question my own belief system and my own behaviors. And you can only do that if you allow yourself to fall into the traps again, because when you have anxiety, you have to deal with it because otherwise it will just kind of eat you up. And I could spend the day running up and doing a bunch of stuff, keeping myself very busy and maybe not accomplishing very much, right? So, and I don't want to do that anymore. And I want to be able to have focused time that I do things and finish something and then go to the next. Because as I was reading in your information and looking, and, you know, I've learned in my life that, like I've always wanted to write or do something, but I've always started and then I stop and I start and I stop. And I have a lot of starts and stops because I don't know how to finish. I don't know how to do a little bit at a time because I have that all or nothing type thing. So that's what I'm learning. And that's what I'm learning from your work, and that's what I will continue to learn because, like, I mean, just reading the book a little bit is not gonna, it's not gonna cure me. It's only helping me to understand and get more clear about what this is about. And also and I had Jill Bolte Taylor's book already, um, and I think I maybe even gave it away. Um, there was somebody I think I gave it to because I can't find it anymore. But anyway, since that book, she's written the other one, I think the one that I had was Stroke of Insight. But the new one, Whole Brain Living, is the new book she's written. So, and I've been watching some of her videos and, and reading and listening to all the people that you talk about, because all the people that I listen to you talk about, the books that you talk about, the writers, the people that are doing all this different good work, they're all pretty good. They're all the best. And you got the research to back it. And I am just loving what I'm learning from you. And so, yeah, Martha Beck, if you want to read something about anxiety that's going to start changing your life, I would say read this book. And so, what I'm going to do is start to go over parts of it a little bit um, at a time, because, you know, I'm just getting so much out of learning about different parts of it. Um, that little part of our brain called the amygdala. Um, it's actually saying you have an amygdala. It's not quite accurate. You really have two. We have one on the left side and another on the right. And when we talk more about this, means later, for the two picture, for the for now, just the picture of your two-part inner almond picking brain up on the threatening or unfamiliar sense of impression, the sight of an object flying toward you, the sound of a leopard chuffing, the whiff of your mother-in-law's hairspray. Immediately your brain's inner almond seeds out a pulse of alarm and a little silent shriek. Yeah. So once that alarm goes off, we are the ones that have to stop it, because the alarm could go off for anything, and doesn't even have to do with anxiety, but just a trigger to your anxiety. So thank you, Martha Beck. I'm learning so much from you. And I look forward to reading more of this and talking more about it with the Heal Lead Teach community, and with Carpizzo's Kitchen, which is part of this. With Pete, we're going to talk more about it, because I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface of doing some of this work yet. So thank you so much. And also for Mel Robbins, and having that she had you on her podcast. And that's where I really saw you again. And I know I've heard your name. I know I've seen you, but I never really connected you to this work. And now I have, because I was ready. So thank you so much. And I thank everyone for watching. And there'll be more to come on this topic. So the topic is about anxiety, depression, learning to be in your creative self, and learning how to create and move from wherever you're at in the anxiety, um, into creativity, and how it works. Thanks very much. Have a great day, everybody.